Spark fans, welcome back to Advancing Spark, where you lucky folks are getting a second video in one day. As always, Advancing Spark brought to you by Advancing Analytics, your favorite data engineering, analytics, and AI consultancy. And yeah, I want to talk about Databricks One. Now, we mentioned Databricks One back when we're doing a recap of this year's Data AI Summit. It was the big flashy announcement, a new UI, a pretty cool, sexy, sleek new way of logging into Databricks. Specifically to address the challenge that we always hear, which is Databricks is too technical looking, it's too busy, it's obtuse for our poor little data consumers to come into. They're not going to like it. So Databricks One is specifically just a cut down UI to access things that already exist inside your Databricks workspace to make it easier, nicer, slicker to use, and less confusing because it's not going to have a million different buttons for things that no one cares about. That's it. It is just a nice cut down, sleeker UI to negate the common pushback that, nah, Databricks isn't good for non-technical users. Oh, I'm not going to show the business my dashboards in Databricks. It's too, nerdy. That's what it is. So it now rolled out in preview. It rolled out in preview yesterday. So this is hot off the press. It's enabled in some of our workspaces. Some of my workspaces is not enabled in yet because it is that new in terms of being rolled out. So I just want to spend a moment to quickly show you what it looks like, show you what to expect, show you what not to expect. And there's one or two little tricks I found whilst getting things set up, which will help you actually make the most of it when you first get started. So yeah, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's have a bit of a look at Databricks One. So as always, we've got the marketing blurb. This is the one that came out back at Summit. A lot of stuff in there, shows you very nicely what it can look like. You've got lots of little dashboard thumbnails going in there. You've got the Genie experience, which we'll have a quick look at. Yeah, you can explore dashboards. Now, they do talk in all the announcements about domains and ways of categorizing and grouping together your different reports. That, as far as I can tell, isn't in there yet. So don't expect that. That will be nice when we see it. Currently, it is just simply, I want to be able to go and see what dashboards and Genie spaces I've got and apps if you're using them currently. So yeah, don't expect huge amounts from it just yet. So I do have Databricks One here. I'm going to skip away from it first. First and foremost, it's a preview thing. You need to enable it in your previews. So Databricks One public preview, you can turn on here. So you need to have gone into your workspace previews, click that button, and then you can actually use it. So that is step number one. Make sure Databricks One is actually turned on, otherwise you won't see anything. And then that little switcher you saw me use is the secret sauce if you have access to the normal workspace. So if you're an admin, or if you're a developer and you've got normal Databricks access and you want to kind of switch over and get the Databricks One experience, that little grid, switch over, you can bounce between Lakehouse and Databricks One, the two experiences. If you are a consumer, so this is now a new, so we've had kind of like SQL only users as something we could set inside a Databricks workspace before. We can now say, no, this person's going to be a consumer. They are a consumer only, in which case they won't get access to the Lakehouse side. They won't be able to see all the other different things they can see. They will only get access to Databricks One. So if you go to the normal Databricks URL, if you give someone a dashboard link and they've only got the consumer access, they will automatically only see that in Dashboard One mode. Dashboard One, Databricks One mode, in the shiny new UI thing. So yeah, just be a little bit aware. You kind of bounce back and forward between those things. So yeah, let's go and bounce back in and have a look. So straight, very Google-like, kind of like nice big search bar in the middle, help me find the things I'm looking for. I've got a nice little selection of, here's some things that you might care about. Have you thought about doing these kind of things? I can go and have a look at the things I've got access to. Now, I will say, it took me a little moment to actually figure out how I get the actual dashboard preview thumbnails to work. Everything came up and just had this blank white square. Well, I'll dip into how you actually do that in a second. But essentially, yes, I've got dashboards I can go into. I've got Genie spaces. I can go and ask things directly from a Genie space. So I've got this search where I could go and find if I want to know about retail. Yeah, there you go. You've got a nice dashboard you can go and have a look at in retail. So just a quick way of finding things. Cool. Asking questions about the data I've got access to basically is just a shortcut into various Genie spaces. So I've got one Genie space I've got access to here. So I can say is what measures are available in this data set. Now, because I was in ask mode, because I pointed at that space, it switched straight over to that specific Genie space, and it's asked me a question and it started working. So I can see, again, this is one that's using a metric view. I can see all the measures in there. Great. I can just, I'm basically just catapulted straight into the Genie experience, still in Databricks One, so I still don't have the rest of the UI I'd have from Lakehouse experience. I could switch over and go and have a look at more of the settings and things. And again, because I'm an admin and I've got full access over here, but if I was a straight user, I wouldn't even see that. I just have a very straight, clean way of seeing that Genie space. So yeah, Genie spaces, you dive straight in. Again, same on the dashboard side. Again, only going into the Genie space one if you're a consumer, or if this is a published data set, published dashboard. So I can go and edit it in draft. If I click edit in draft, that pushes me back over to the normal Lakehouse view. So I'm kind of, if you're editing something, you're going to be kicked out of Databricks One. If you're just viewing something, you're going to maintain that Databricks One experience. So I've got it in there. I've got a nicer, cleaner thing. I've still got my different report tabs I can go into. Just the usual that you would get when reporting a dashboard. It's just a little bit nicer, a little bit easier to navigate, easier to work out what is there. Now, so yeah, this list of what's down here. So you got this kind of for you recommendations. So the straight off one is basically, what have you looked at recently? Which ones do you frequently go to? Has anything been recommended for you? So if there's users who are similar to me, similar browsing habits in Databricks One, it might bubble up some dashboards going, have you checked out this? You've got access to it. Why don't you take a look at it? So it's kind of a little bit of a discovery experience, trying to kind of nudge people to just look at things they wouldn't normally look at. But back to the initial thing when I opened up and I had this blank tile and I'm like, well, what? Why? I want a nice picture of my dashboard. I kind of get why that happens now. So the main crux of it is it's kind of a security thing. So if I have a dashboard and it's in my good old list of dashboards, it's only going to generate a thumbnail for me in a couple of reasons. So if I just dive into one of these other ones, it's only actually going to do it if I've published it and it has embedded credentials. So if I go to publish, I've got this choice of don't embed or embed credentials. It has to be published with embedded credentials and it has to have been run. So I've got to have a schedule that's actually ran it. Therefore, there is a snapshot available of what that dashboard looks like. If I was using don't embed credentials, that means each user has to log in. So it runs it and shows them what the answer would be. Now, if I looked here, I can kind of see some trends. I can kind of see what's going on with there. And I didn't have access to run that report. Or at least if I open that report, the credentials it would run with would give me different answers because I don't have full access. I can see why I can't get the thumbnail for it. So I had to go through our various dashboards, set them up to have embedded credentials, set them on a schedule, and then suddenly I get nice thumbnails and I've got a better experience. So just, if you're opening Databricks One and you're like, oh, where's all the pretty pictures? That's why. I'm going to see these categories at the moment. These are not domain aligned. We're going to see when domains actually appear. We'll be able to actually start grouping things together and have a domain appear, which will have then dashboards and Genie spaces and apps underneath it, as well as a mix of those other things coming on. So yeah, lots of things we can kind of do and explore. That's about it. Now, if you're expecting some kind of brand new experience, lots of other whizzy features, it's just a slick cut down UI that organizes things nicer and is slightly less intimidating for my business users. That's all to really expect from it. We're expecting to see more things coming in. I'm hoping we're going to see more Unity catalog elements. We're definitely going to see that domain groupings. There's more on the roadmap. But again, this is now one whole day into public preview. And yeah, it's just a way of seeing what things I've got access to, navigating it to it nicely, and then having a slightly nicer cut down UI when I'm in things like Genie spaces, when I'm in things like my dashboards. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, if you saw the fanfare and huzzah about Databricks One, and you're like, this is it, this is it, this is it, everything's changed. Not that much has changed. It's just, again, ticking off one of the table stakes, one of the minimum requirements you need to have a really great analytics platform. And big complaint, doesn't have a semantic model. Well, we saw that earlier with metric views. big complaint. The UI is not nice enough for business users. That's what this is for. It's ticking that off on the relentless march for Databricks going, hey, why don't you use Databricks for your analytics? That's what AI BI is all about. So yeah, cool. I would say have a look at it. Just nip into your workspace, enable the Databricks One preview. Doesn't cost anything. Anything that runs is still just using your serverless SQL warehouses behind the scenes, so it's going to cost you the same as it would if you went and ran the dashboard. And then, yeah, have a think about, actually, is there a swathe of users now that you downgrade, that you go, actually, they don't need anything else. We can just make them consumer users. How would you strata that? Are there users now that would never have used Databricks before that you can now go, you know what, try it. Go and have a look through this dashboard. I've given you access to a couple of things. There's only going to be 4 or 5 things you log in when you see it. See how useful it is. And just see if you can slowly tempt them into that Databricks workspace using Databricks One as that opener. And then, yeah, I'm sure we'll see more things coming across time. But go have a look, see how it works. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you next time.